You wanted it, now you got it. Oh yeah, you'll be entertained. Welcome to the House of Grim podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another episode of the House of Grim podcast. I'm your host, Grim Grimes, and this is my co-host,
Damn, Bob!
And that's right, Dan Bob was a little bit confused yesterday. Tad bit. Took him to a hockey game. And what happened? There had to be a little wrestling there too. He's like, I thought we went to a hockey game. He said, wait a damn Bob minute. There's wrestlers. There's wrestling. Body slams in a ring. What's going on? Show him who you got to meet, Dan Bob. That's
we got
right.
Rhino, we got Moose, we got
Jack Price.
Jack Price.
That's right.
Got TNA Trio.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool, man.
Yeah. Show off your merch. See, old Dan Bob, if you ladies and gentlemen, if you want one, let me know. Wait a Dan Bob minute. And signed by Rhino, I see.
Yours, though, will not come signed by Rhino, unfortunately.
No, unfortunately.
It's signed by yours truly, Dan Bob.
Dan Bob will sign it.
For sure.
So, we went to the Flint Firebirds game, which, for those of you who don't know, is a team in the OHL, the Ontario Hockey League. They're the local team here. And, pretty good hockey, I will let you know that. Live.
Even busting over some fighting on the ice.
Yeah,
not too bad.
Which was shocking, because normally they try to stop all the fighting because this, 18 to 20 something, kids that are, some of them have already been drafted by NHL teams, so there's money invested in these kids, and they normally try to stop them from fighting so they don't injure themselves and potentially waste a career, so. But we got there early because from 5:30 to 6 in the lobby they had an autograph session, and then leading up to the event until about 10 minutes before the doors opened or so, they had wrestling matches out in the lobby area. Nice sized crowd built up around the ring, so I felt like the action was pretty good. What about you, Dan Bob?
Yeah, it was pretty exciting, man. Like, it was my first time seeing pure pro wrestling live.
Yep.
I've seen them online here and there, seen them on like my Facebook or whatnot.
And
I've read up on stories of Xavier Justice. Some of the wrestlers there, like I pointed out to you, Father Time.
Yep.
I've seen him wrestle in videos on like YouTube and whatnot. So I was kind of familiar with pure pro wrestling. And for that being said, man, the show that I saw, I definitely give it 2 thumbs up, man. Like, and the engagement, the involvement that they were with the fans, the show that they put on, man, it was awesome. I couldn't believe.
I felt like it was some pretty good family entertainment.
I thought it was going to be like super low down, homemade, backyard kind of thrown together show, but no, it was real characters, that you could be invested in, and for me, I already know like Father Time, seeing him before, or knowing of him, like I said, through watching him online in videos, to seeing him they're sitting there at the table engaging with fans where you can meet them. It was pretty awesome. I felt like I could get invested with his character also because I learned of him, watching the videos, and then now
Mm.
I learned of him here at the show. So I'm kind of learning of him as I'm going along with this. Um, so I could get invested with his character as well as some of the other characters. Um, we met the women's champion. I got a picture of her. She autographed it. She's right here.
Yep, Penny Poindexter.
Penny Poindexter. Awesome, awesome, man. I really feel like she's the future of pure pro wrestling. Hell, I could even see her being NXT or AEW. I mean, TNA even.
Yeah,
Her being at the same show where there's Rhino and Moose and other TNA wrestlers. You know what I mean? I could see her or any other one of these pure pro wrestling talents getting a break. You know, all they got to do is keep moving forward, keep doing what they're doing. I mean,
yeah,
for crying out loud, they already got a title wrapped around her. You know what I mean? So that should tell you something. You know,
yeah.
so I mean, it's my first time
I mean, you look
seeing her.
at Jack Price. Jack Price is from the area, so
Right?
I mean, he got
Yeah,
his starts around here, so
right. He got a TNA contract. You know what
yeah.
I mean? Sitting right next to the likes of Rhino and Moose.
Oh
The
yeah,
X Division and them three get ushered around the back, downstairs, to go from the lobby, you know what I mean, like getting a VIP treatment, you know what
yeah.
I mean, and that's cool. Like you said, he got his start in the likes of the lobby of Dork Financial Center,
Well, maybe
so
not there, but in
well,
the Flint
you got
area.
what I'm
Yeah, yeah. But yeah,
saying.
it was. I felt it was a good time. We almost, yeah. That's the Misen Zondo, ladies and gentlemen, that he's showing there. That was one of the
Another,
participants in one of the
another,
matches. We got to talk to him. It was pretty cool. Reach out to him about maybe coming onto the podcast. He said, gave us his email, said to email with the details, and if he could, he would come on. So I felt like that was pretty cool.
I mean,
trying to build something. And get some interviews with some people that are, in the business. We almost actually went to a pure pro wrestling show at the beginning of November, but our plans kind of fell through. They have a show coming up in December, Christmas Clash, December 14th at the for those of you in the area at the Flint Iceland Arena, and we're planning on going to that. So
I was just looking for their flyer, man. I was gonna hold it up, but I guess I don't have it with me. I was gonna kind of hold it up and let everybody see. Um, but I do believe she was on the flyer, so she's obviously gonna be there, which is cool. Um, she did a little thing in the stands at the hockey game that they put up on the Gravitron, and they were kind of like flirting with her. The tag team champions of Pure Pro Wrestling was going back and forth, and she's sitting there in the middle. Next thing you know, she gets up like, I'm not feeling you guys," and dumps popcorn on top and walks
yeah,
and walks. It was pretty comical.
yeah.
But
They had a couple little skits. I think even Rhino got involved on one of them where they had some dude like try to accost him and gets carted off by a security guard.
yeah, Moose did a little something with the Firebirds mascot on the ice.
Yeah,
That was pretty cool.
it was pro wrestling through the night. On the
Right.
video screen, they would play clips of wrestling, and they like the Firebirds. They came out to whose song was it? Oh, the Rock's song. They came out to "If You Smell," which to me, I felt like either Hulk Hogan's OG theme song would have been sweet to see him come out to, or the Undertaker's "Dong"
Oh yeah.
with the lights out and all that. That would have been sweet. But
Right.
the
Yeah,
Rock. Hey, I'll take it. But before the game, they did play Triple H's theme. It's time to play the game. So
Yeah, it was definitely wrestling all through the night, man. I had a blast. Moose, excuse me, Moose let us both hold the TNA X Division title.
oh yeah.
Man,
It was heavier than I thought it would be, man. Like woo.
sure, for sure.
So
And I felt bad wanting to run out the door with it. I was like, man, yeah, I would have made it far.
no. Local man arrested in possession of
Hold on.
TNA title. Yeah. It was definitely a fun time. So
Yeah, I mean, the pure pro wrestling wrestlers were walking around the arena. A lot of them were sitting up at the table. They had their merch out. You could buy T-shirts and photos and interact with them, get autographs,
yeah,
pictures taken with them. Man, it was an awesome family-filled, eventful night. You know what I mean? You could have took your family, you could have took your girlfriend, could went there on a date. Man, it was just awesome. You had hockey, you had fighting. It was just, I mean, for a night in Flint, you know what I
yeah.
mean? It was action packed.
and,
It's pretty packed. There's a lot
and
of people that
and cheap.
and there's a lot.
We got
Yeah,
like they have
yeah.
different tiers of ticket prices. So we got like the second tier, which is the silver, and we got to pick what section we were in. It was like $18 a ticket. You know what I'm saying? So we got the wrestling show at the beginning and 3 periods of hockey. We ended up leaving a little early because we were a little tired working and all that. So, but it was a fun time.
We just walked in. I told you, Grim. I was like, man, I can't believe it. How many people are here?
Yeah,
I was like, I said, it was a time, and there were so many people. Like, I mean, right up by the ring. Everybody's focused on them, and over here, right by where we were standing, you got Moose. You got 3 superstars that have been on television. You got the TNA X Division champion sitting here with his title, and really nobody was over there talking to him. Everybody was focused on the action packed wrestling that was taking place in front of them in that squared circle, and it was awesome, man. It
yeah,
was awesome. Man, I felt like I was a kid again watching that. Man, that shit was on point, man. And then the 2 guys came out doing the flipping and jumping off the top, running up the top rope. Man, I couldn't believe it, man. Them
yeah.
guys were awesome. I could see a few of them guys definitely going to TNA or AEW for sure. That's some future right there.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And
they definitely had some good talent. The Midwest Misfits, I thought they were pretty cool. The one dude kind of reminded me of Marco Stunt.
the other guy, the one guy, I can't remember his name, but he had the title.
Yeah.
In the shorts. He reminded me of Taz's son.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what's his name? It's on the tip of my tongue.
Hook.
Hook. Bingo.
Yep.
Damn, I could not remember Hook. Sorry, Hook. But yeah, that's what he reminded me of, was Hook, man.
Yeah.
And which is awesome. You know what I mean? Like, man, dude, I had a hell of a time with you, Grim. Man, thanks for taking me.
Yeah, it was a good time. I had fun too.
goddamn about minute. You mean to tell me we go to a hockey game and wrestling breaks out? Awesome.
Oh, we got clips that I'll be cutting up and putting in throughout the episode, so don't worry about that, ladies and gentlemen. You know, couple clips of the wrestling. We didn't get too much, but you got a nice clip of Dan Bob outside the ring with his confusion.
I was like, hockey, wrestling. I'm confused.
But yeah, it was a fun-filled family night. I can say
When we first found our seat, we were sitting there, and then when I heard the Rock's theme song, I looked up like.
You thought The Rock was going to come out?
Now I thought I just walked into hockey.
I thought it was pretty fun that they even got the crowd to do the yes chant a few times. Over there, yes, 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 yes.
It was great, man. Then all the wrestlers, Rhino had a Flint Firebirds hockey jersey with his name on the back.
Yeah.
You had Moose with his own hockey jersey. Xavier Justice even had his own name on a Flint Firebirds hockey jersey. That was pretty awesome, man. Yeah. Meeting these wrestlers, man, was pretty cool. You know what I mean? Jack Price, man, like his talent is undeniable.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't give him credit enough. It's like I almost forget his name at times.
Friend of the show who did some wrestling. He actually wrestled him back in the day. So we're hopefully going to be having him on at some point soon. The Frozen franchise, Frostbite. So hopefully we can nail down an interview with him here soon. So.
Yeah, I'd like to talk to him. I'd love to ask him a few questions.
Yeah, me too.
Especially about. When we were walking around the arena, you were texting him, and you showed me a message back about it. He's like, "Oh, Tommy said hi. That was awesome."
Yeah. Yeah, man. I just, we reached out to, ladies and gentlemen, to a gentleman that ran the MWO Michigan Wrestling Organization, but unfortunately we weren't able to nail down an interview with him just quite yet. Maybe one day, maybe not. We'll see. But we will be bringing you some interviews as we continue to grow for sure. Like the old Frozen franchise himself, he said he'd be willing to come on. So
also, I must say, if any of you guys out there have any ideas, comments, questions, or concerns, feel free to comment.
Yeah.
Feel free to message us privately, independently, however. You know what I'm saying? We'd love to engage with you guys and see what y'all, or what you guys, you know what I mean, want to see, want to say, or what we can do for you guys, most definitely. And, yeah, man, reach out to us if you need to or want to.
Yeah, my Twitter handle is at Grim Grimes SRG. So we're working on getting, my X handle. I'm so used to calling it Twitter, but it's X. Sorry, Elon, don't Don't delete my account. But we're working on getting Dan Bob one, so that way we can interact with you guys. But feel free to interact with us in the comments. We got
Yeah, I keep saying, man, that we're going to be giving out gift cards and some other wrestling gifts, and you never know, man. Your comment might be the one that I might just say, hey, bingo, I'm gonna give that guy a gift card to Walmart for like $25, $50, $100. You never know. Just see what happens.
Yep. So
might get a ticket to Pitbull Wrestling.
Anything from this week in wrestling you wanted to talk about?
One thing for sure, Roman Reigns called somebody, and the phone number was disconnected.
He called the Wise Man, didn't he?
He sure did.
So Paul Heyman, why do you think his number, the phone just rang through like that? Do you think it's because he changed his number, or do you think it's because he's up on Brock Lesnar's ranch?
That's a good one.
I don't see them bringing back Brock Lesnar, but hey. I see it's a theory online.
Possible. I was trying to think about it, man. Like while you were just saying, I was picturing it.
Well, I mean, Solo did break one of his cell phones a while back ago, so.
That's why. So I guarantee it's gonna be like Roman's gonna see him somewhere somehow. He's gonna be like, you didn't answer, you changed your number, your phone wasn't working. He's like, Solo broke my phone, that's why I would never betray you.
Right.
And Roman's gonna be like, I don't believe you. You know what I mean? But, it's gonna be like some difference right there because of that storyline.
Yeah. It's either that or maybe they are bringing back Brock, and Brock will be I don't see how you'd fit in with that match, though. Everybody keeps saying they want Seth, but I don't even want Seth involved in this. I feel like the storyline between Roman and Seth, ran its course. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but I've seen people out there online saying that John Mox.
There's no way.
He's over there in AEW amping up his shit over there.
Yeah.
So he's not finna come over here. You know what I mean? I don't see AEW.
Now that would be a crazy thing though if they somehow started like a little open door policy, like, hey, we'll lend you this guy, you lend us that guy. Yeah. That'd be nuts. Because I mean they've done it with
all of that, bro.
Yeah, I mean they've done it with TNA. You know what I'm saying? Joe Hendry showed up.
Boom.
So
yeah, that was pretty cool.
I predict he's gonna show up at the Rumble. Mark my words. So? Oh yeah, like he ain't gonna win the thing, but he's gonna show up probably like my guess is like an entry number 14 type deal or some shit like that. I believe in Joe Hendry. And the crowd's going to go nuts. But I just, with AEW, I think it'd be a lot harder for them to get to that point,
I don't see WWE working with AEW like they do TNA.
No, me neither. Too much of a competition. TNA they're long fell off being true competition. So,
right.
But I don't know. If it ain't, I don't know who else Paul Heyman could bring to the table.
There's a few.
I mean, there's some Paul Heyman guys, but I can see Solo on them bringing The Rock. You know what I'm saying? The final boss. But I don't think they should bring Cody in either. You know what I'm saying? Keep him away from it. Let him, go after him and Kevin Owens. Have a bout or something like him trying to avenge Randy or something.
Well, I just seen somebody post a thing on Facebook where it was Randy Orton and Kevin Owens standing by his Lamborghini or something, and everybody was talking about some storyline. I thought they were fighting, this and that. Oh, kayfabe's dead. For one, you don't know when that picture was taken.
Right.
And you got to remember, at one point in time, just really not too long ago, they were friends. You know what I mean? So that picture could have been taken back in the summertime.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Could have been taken last winter. You know what I'm saying? Like, be for real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
besides,
cool
everybody knows kayfabe's been dead since the 90s.
Right.
The curtain call. The curtain call ended kayfabe.
But I mean, it still wasn't all that. It was the internet. The internet tore it up. And Vince McMahon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, most wrestling fans, we want to dig and dig and dig because we're so invested into characters. We're so invested into the story.
Yeah.
So we want to dig into behind the scenes.
I remember.
We want to know.
I remember back in the day, like learning like the wrestler's real name and thinking, like, man, I got this secret information. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Paul Levesque, Triple H, Paul White, Big Show.
Right,
I thought I was doing something finding out their names.
Yeah, man, and that was awesome information. I know I felt great. I got the real names. You know what I mean? And especially if you thought you found their address, where you could write them a letter. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna write Steve Austin a letter. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell him how awesome he is. And, you know what I mean? Like, I'm his biggest fan. You know what I mean? Bunch of middle fingers on the envelope. He's gonna love to open this.
Right.
But man, computers and the internet, man. You know what I mean? Vince McMahon broke kayfabe's bag. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I try not to think about stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, there's only one real wrestler that, I mean, outside the Undertaker, when he was in the business, he didn't really break kayfabe. Like, he steered clear of interviews for the most part. All that type of stuff. Now that he's out, he talks about stuff, but he still won't dive like completely into like pull the curtain all the way back and tell how something's done. Like other people will. But like outside of him, one person I can say that has held up kayfabe is old MJF. I just saw a video of him this week where
old school mystique about him with that. You know what I mean? Like, he'll look at you and go up and down you. You know what I mean? Make you feel this big.
But he seen a video of him. He's like barely holding a WWE like replica title while he's taking a picture with a fan, and as soon as he was done, he threw it on the ground. But yeah, so I think I don't know. I don't know who Roman's gonna get. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm calling The Rock for Solo, and I can see them pulling a swerve and Roman getting them, but him turning on Roman and them.
I see Zilla Fatu.
Zilla? He's not even signed.
As we know.
Nah, he ain't signed. I could see them going the route of.
He's been on podcasts. He's been doing appearances, talking a lot about the bloodline.
Yeah.
I feel like he's secretly signed, and they're secretly putting him out there, getting him in front of these platforms.
Well, they just signed another one of the family members.
Huh.
So, but I think he's like going to the NXT Performance Center.
Right.
I think it was Lance Lance or something like that. But I mean, they have 65 cousins to pick from, so. At some point, WWE is going to have to have their own brand of, Samoan Championship Wrestling. Because
Samoan Dynasty.
Dude, there's so many of them, man. It was wild. And all of them wrestle, and all of them are good at it. So,
right.
Every last one of them. I mean, you still got Umaga, one of Umaga's sons out there that's not in the company yet. It's hard to fathom how many of them there
You know
are.
what I'm talking about?
Is it?
Is it? Oh, look it up.
Yeah, I will, real quick. It is Zilla. It is, yeah. So they haven't even signed him yet. So.
Well, I think he's gonna come. I think he's coming, bro. I think they might go to this without the fifth member, and boom, he's gonna show up. Because if you think about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Solo Sikoa's bloodline has already got all the new members. You know what I'm saying? And there's been new people in their family. You feel me?
Yeah.
So, and now Roman's bloodline is the band's getting put back together, and now they need a fifth member, right?
Think they'll call The Rock, and then they'll get Zilla, and then The Rock turn.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think The Rock wants to be the true tribal chief.
Right, and then Zilla Fatu could end up turning on The Rock, but actually turning on Roman for The Rock, but really turning on The Rock for Roman. You know?
Well, I was thinking
how to turn.
I don't know. I was thinking Rock goes in with the OG bloodline, and Zilla's with, if they signed him, with the new bloodline, and then Rock turns on Roman and them to join the new bloodline, kind of lead them.
I was thinking The Rock calls Zilla Fatu for Roman, but tells Zilla, we're in cahoots.
I mean, both sides need.
So The Rock is going to turn on Roman, and The Rock is going to think Zilla Fatu is going to also turn on Roman now.
You think so?
But then he don't turn on Roman. He turns on The Rock and Solo Sikoa and really teams with Roman. There's all the future.
Nah.
I don't know, man. A lot of turning.
That's too much. No, they're building this blood feud between the two bloodlines. So you're gonna see.
I think they're ultimately trying to get to Roman and Rock at WrestleMania. What do you think?
Oh yeah, that's the end goal. That's why I think, Solo and them they'll get somebody. They'll get a fifth member. Maybe Bronson Reed. I could see that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he did. He did sign with them. He is with them. I got to sign with him, but he's with the Bloodline.
Okay, so he's with them. All right, then. So, yeah. So, if he's going to be their fifth member, maybe they
give him one.
Maybe they do get Seth, which I don't feel like we need Seth in this. You know what I'm saying?
We're going to get Zilla, bro.
It ain't going to be Zilla either. I'm telling you, he ain't signed yet, and if he did, they ain't sticking him straight on TV.
Never know. They let fucking
I'm just trying to
twins get.
Think about. I mean, they're reaching out. Time. They're reaching out, but they're reaching out to Paul. So it has to be somebody with ties to Paul Heyman.
They could add Zilla Fatu in with Paul Heyman. they could say he called him. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm telling you, it's gonna be him, bro. That's my number one prediction. I've been saying this. They've been amping us up on social media, YouTube, Facebook, X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it. With
the
getting
last
him,
the last one they signed was Lance Anoa'i, or however you pronounce their last name. I'm not 100% sure, but
yeah, it's either that.
And he was trained by Roman, so.
Rikishi coming back.
Ooh. Rikishi. What's up, Puppy Grim? Come here, Puppy Grim. No? I mean, Puppy Grim is mad right now. He wants to go for a W. So, yeah, I mean, well, what else happened in this weekend in wrestling?
I mean, I really didn't catch it, man. I'm going to have to check out some highlights.
Yeah. I kind of missed quite a bit, too, with work. So that, trying to keep up with all this. Well, let's talk about this. This Tyson Paul fight, everybody was so hyped about. And I was like, I almost stuck to my guns, and I was like, I don't got Netflix. I'm like, I ain't gonna watch it. I'm not gonna watch it. And I ended up.
Graham, do you know the amount of people that probably paid for Netflix just for that?
A lot.
You know how many subscriptions they probably boosted?
A lot.
Backs.
A lot. But man, everybody was talking about it. You know, I have a buddy of mine. He was wanting to do like a live stream reaction to it, and shout out to Jordan James and the Let Loose podcast. They were talking about doing like a live reaction to it, but I heard the stream quality wasn't that great leading into like the final fight. People kept having issues. But my thing is, I paid for Netflix to watch it, you know. And we watched, like 3 rounds? Like me and you together watched 3 rounds. And you could tell after that first round that it was going to go to the distance and who was going to get the win. It's like, man, I can't say anything bad about
he signed a contract, right? The contract went in his favor. Tyson had to go the distance to make the most money.
Yeah.
If Tyson knocked him out, right, in the first beginning round, or second round, he wouldn't get a payday. He would get 0 money.
Yeah.
Right.
But even so,
he also got to pick the judges. The judges worked for him. It went in his favor.
Well, he's the promoter, so. But
he got to talk to the judges before the fight.
Jake Paul is a genius at suckering people in and taking their money. Everybody wants to see this man get knocked out, and he knows it. So he goes and gets some either washed up UFC fighter or some former old boxer and does all this stuff, and I can't be mad at him. He's
getting him a payday. He got Tyson a payday. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he got Tyson a payday. He got himself a payday. I mean,
Tyson went broke one time.
But this is the last time I'm falling for that shit. I'm telling you now.
I think people are starting to. I think he's going to have to start to find a different. He's got to get a knack for something else, for real, because people ain't buying into the shit no more, man. You talking about Tyson, the baddest man on the planet, tearing that heavy bag up, right? Tearing them pads up, right? I mean, man, he killing it. Look it up. Watch the videos. Grim, he's killing it. And then he goes out there and goes the distance with his fight and can't even knock this dude out. What?
Yeah. He's too old. He can't move like he used to. Yeah, it is. He's too old.
hit that bag, watch the video of him hitting that bag. If he would have hit him like he hit that bag, even the amount of time that he hit that bag for,
Yeah.
if he would have went out there and hit him like that bag, boom, he would have won. But he had to go the distance. If you look up the contract, he had to go the distance in order to make the most money. I'm not mad at him. You know, he went broke before. You know what I mean? He deserves all the money. He used to sit on top of the world, went broke, went to prison, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Mike Tyson, man, he earned his way. You know what I mean? He deserves to have all that money. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
But man, that's like I said, ladies and gentlemen. Mark my words. Last time I watched a Jake Paul fight. Last time. I mean, you talk about wrestling being scripted and complain about that, people. Like, people complain about it. Like, oh, wrestling's fake. It's scripted. It's predetermined. And so is every Jake Paul fight. You heard me say it. Every last one of them is predetermined. I don't want to hear it no more, ladies and gentlemen. Don't tell me. Like, yeah, does he train? Yeah. Could he probably, have a real boxing match? Yeah, sure.
Right.
Do I think he's actually fucking having a real fight when he's putting on these events? No.
I mean, they're really hitting each other. I think they really know. Like, it's
to a certain extent. But I mean, we both know boxing fights have been fixed in the past. So.
Right. But he ain't pulling the wool over him. That's for sure.
No. I can see. Yeah, he's pretty much Vince McMahon booking himself for the Rumble.
Right.
No. Like, maybe we need a Stone Cold in the Jake Paul fight world.
Dude, I'm just waiting to see him pick a match, pick a fight with the wrong person, like somebody like Elon Musk, right? Elon Musk got all the money in the world, so he can go out there and whoop your fucking ass, knock you out immediately. Not saying he could. Who knows? He could. He would. You know what I mean? Elon Musk's a bad dude, bro. He's some crazy fighting shit.
That man's got too much on his plate with all the stuff he's got going, and he ain't whooping nobody.
Jake Paul picks a fight with somebody that's wealthy enough that don't need that payday. You know what I'm saying?
Like a fighter in their prime that's currently on top.
I think if Tyson would have went out there first round, laid him out in the first 10 seconds, right? Out cold. So what? He lost $100 million. Guess how amount of money he's gonna make tomorrow now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All the endorsements are gonna come in. All the videos he's gonna be able to do. Podcasts he's gonna go on. Interviews he's gonna give. The merchandising he's gonna be able to do. I feel like he'd make more than $100 million. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If he would just knock him out, boom. Yeah, he might not have made any money for that fight. So what? Tomorrow morning, he got the world. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Everybody, you knocked him out. You know what I'm saying? That's what I feel like would have happened.
Yeah.
But sometimes easy money, guaranteed money, is better than no money or gambling money. You know what I mean? That's guaranteed money. Shit, I'll take a dive.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been fun. Join us next time on the House of Grim podcast next week.
And if you haven't, take a damn Bob minute and subscribe. Show some love and support.
Like and comment.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh.
And ladies and gentlemen, you'll be entertained. Yeah.